I have a question, Stuart.
Yes, Chris.
Stuart, will you please talk to us about using our meditation to overcome addictions?
Um, Look, I'm not an expert on addiction. But I would say this, that almost every human being is addicted to something. People get addicted to religion. They get addicted to the diets they live on. People get addicted to everything. And look, it gets back to the same old thing. If you build a foundation and you get a really profound inner strength inside you, if that third chakra is highly developed and you have that rootedness and power, you can overcome any kind of addiction. You have the strength inside yourself to transform that addiction into positive energy. And that addiction will become a way of you learning how to get closer to God. But a person has to build that kind of inner strength. And usually people that are addicted to drugs or alcohol or anything of that nature, it's very hard for them to build the kind of system I'm talking about because it takes time. They have to be willing to do the work on themselves. That's usually a very difficult thing to get a drug addict to do or somebody who's an alcoholic to work on themselves. So it becomes a catch-22, Chris. It really does, uh, I mean, it's difficult for a person who's not addicted to build a system inside themselves that's strong enough to have a spiritual life. A person who is addicted to anything, you understand that addiction is draining their energy out of them. And in some cases, it gives them a kind of high, or at least an escape from life. So they continue to be addicted, and they do it because it's letting them escaping the reality of the life of the world that they live in.
Oh, mhm.
It's a very serious problem, and I don't really have an answer to that, Chris, because people that are addicted, especially to alcohol, drugs, and even religion, when people are addicted to religion or some kind of righteousness that gives them a feeling they know better than everybody else, it's very difficult to get people in that condition to let go. It's almost like their addiction is a crutch, and it makes it possible in some crazy, stupid way of them getting on day to day in their life. So this is a difficult subject, and not saying a person can't get free of their addiction. They can. Look, I had addictions. I still have addictions. I mean, I'm still buying art and furniture and this and that, and it's an addiction. It also gives me something to do, and it's kind of fun to live with these things. But the strength inside me knows that I am not attached to these things.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, when I was younger, I had so much art. I was almost like addiction to me. And I knew that the only way to get free of it, I had to go into the business. And then it would support my life and it would come and I'd live with it for X and it would move on. You understand? That's a kind of addiction you can get free of. Drugs, alcohol, knowing what's right, having some kind of imperious nature that makes you feel you're better than everybody else. These kind of things are really difficult for people. And usually what enables a person to get free of them is they go through some kind of traumatic, like life and death experience. They've confronted death and it was really borderline. You understand? It reminds them of the transitory nature of life, and that they have to connect themselves to something that has more permanency to it, that is nurturing, that gives them life, that gives them creative energy,
Yeah.
that enables them to function on a higher level in the world. I hate to say it, but it's usually some kind of trauma that makes people recognize they are not immortal, and they need to transform the way they live into something of a higher nature. I mean, our work could help anybody get over any kind of addiction. I mean it,
Yeah.
but get people to do it.
Yeah,
That is the problem. Get people to do it.
that's really helpful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I mean, to me, the quickest way to overcome addiction is build a strong chakra system. Get out of your head, get out of your emotions, develop that power that links you to energy that's infinite in the universe, that builds you as a human being. Business is an addiction. Money is an addiction. Look at these lunatics, or trillions of dollars they need to have to get through the day. It's an addiction, you know? How do you get free of that addiction? I mean, honestly, one has to come to a place where they recognize their mortality. The fact that no matter how much you have, one day it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And you can't spend your life running away from life. You have to live it. And if people do drugs and alcohol, and they're running away from life. You build a chakra system, you got to embrace life, open to life, let it be a teacher.
Mhm.
Extraordinary gift that we are all given. And we don't have to spend that gift running away from it, avoiding it.
It really helps me to hear you say that anything can become an addiction. I think even work, you can become addicted to I have done that,
Oh, yes, Chris. People,
Yeah.
people are busy being busy,
Yeah.
and it's an addiction. They don't know how to sit down and take a breath. People get addicted to giving and giving and giving, just giving. They don't know how to receive because they're addicted to endlessly doing and doing and doing for other people. People get addicted to everything. They get addicted to gum, for God's sake. I mean, Jennifer buys this gum. I'm addicted to it. You get addicted to all kinds of things. We get it, and the worst one of all is we get addicted to our ego and the image we have of who we think we are. And that is like, you know, the picture of Dorian Gray. One day it's going to crumble. One day it's going to crumble. And people are not prepared for that day. They haven't spent a lifetime working on themselves and preparing for the day that the image of themselves will crumble. People die. All of it is an addiction, Chris. And yet the slow incremental building of an inner life, doing the kind of meditation practice that we do, any kind of practice that helps somebody do, is not just what we do, gives us the ability understand to be strong enough to detach from these addictions.
Yeah.
We're connected to God. We're connected to spirit. We're connected to infinite energy in the universe. That's a pretty good addiction. We have to be connected to something in life.
Thank you.
And it hurts. You see people go through all that pain and difficulty, and you just want to say, stop. But they won't until they're ready to do it. And
Yeah.
usually you get ready to do it when you have like near-death experiences, when you begin to recognize your own mortality, your own finite nature.
May I ask also then, Stuart, when you're close to someone who has a real serious addiction, you can't do anything about that but love them, right? Because they're not ready.
What you can do, Chris, is just love them.
Yeah,
Be big enough to love them.
no matter what.
And if it becomes too much, and this, you also be big enough to walk away.
Yeah,
Say, no, I don't need this in my life. Because it takes a big person to just step away and say, no, I've had enough of this. Is no longer nurturing me. I don't have to grow to get above somebody else's addiction. They have to grow.
yeah.
I can love them, and if they're willing to make the effort to grow, then it's okay. If they're not willing to make the effort to, then walk away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's, Mercury comes out of retrograde in 2 days. Oh man, this has been a hell of a month. It's been a hell of a month. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And don't get addicted to yourself, because one day it's going to crumble. One day we all have to leave here, Get addicted to God. Get addicted to a spiritual life. Get addicted to the magnificence of this gift that we have that's called life, and everything in it, the good, the bad, it's all sacred. It's all one's teacher. That is a healthy addiction. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Just to finish up, I made that announcement at the beginning about Oren. If you're interested in writing a letter to support him, to tell the judge, or just send me, an email, and I will send you an address where you can send the letter. There's a person in California who is collecting all these, recommendations and commendations about Oren. And he's a pretty wonderful guy, really devoted. I mean, he doesn't really miss a class, Oren. It's extraordinary, except now he's in Bakersfield because he went to get a green card. And they found that he had done something like 7 years ago that he had forgotten all about. It's just unbelievable. And the ICE came in and just took him away to Bakersfield, Disgusting, what a world we live in. So if, people in Europe probably don't know him, but those of you in America that have met him and know him, and you have something really good to say about him, just, get in touch with me. I will get you the email there's a young woman out in Monterey who's taking care of this. Okay, if there are no more questions, God bless you. Thank you. You teach me a lot, you all. You know that, don't you? Everybody thinks I'm the teacher. No, you all are the teacher. I just want you to know that. I learned so much just by being here and doing this with all of you. So God bless you all, and let's keep all of us working to get past our addictions. Huh? Okay, thank you. God bless you all. There'll be a class this evening. Jennifer has a class, and then the next class like this will be on Sunday at 1 o'clock my time. Thank you. Bless you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Stuart.
Macaroni.